There is a disturbing trend in today's world. We've all seen the signs. People are getting rich younger and younger. Millionaires and billionaires are being made nearly every week, but they didn't go to college. We go to work to get nowhere while headlines scream about some e-commerce kid who makes more than you'll ever make in a lifetime. Once upon a time, we thought that they were just smarter than us, but that's clearly not the case. Then we thought, well, maybe they just got lucky, but that's clearly not the case either. It's a pill nobody wants to swallow. When it comes to success, intellect was never on the resume. Hello YouTube, I'm Trenzel. I'm here for your self-growth, and today I will share with you the reasons why successful people are delusional and oftentimes stupider than you. Alright friends, we're back at it again, and this time I got my script. And once again, I wrote all this. This is a very special script. I wrote these tips. I wrote all of them. And I'm a smart cookie because I wrote the script. The almighty script. The script. Delusional confidence beats intellect in achieving goals. Trump is a perfect example of this. He's not as smart as he thinks. He's highly delusional. Yet because of this, he's achieved massive success. He became our president against all odds twice, 2 times, and became a billionaire. Smart works against us. Smart people will think themselves out of success because they see every pitfall. Dumb people don't see the pitfalls. They just go for it. Dumb and delusional people don't need evidence that they are exceptional and will succeed. They believe it without proof. Just like that, they've created their reality, and they've become, just as they thought, successful. So what do I mean by this? Intellect and smarts, they're highly valued in the academic setting, in schools, in colleges, highly valued, even in the job market. Showing all the credentials and education. Oh, everyone's so impressed by all your credentials and all your education. Oh, you're just such a smart cookie. So you naturally assume, well, rich people must be, very smart too. I mean, they have all that wealth. They have to be smart, right? No. No, oftentimes they haven't even graduated college. It's a misnomer. It's a very, very popular belief setting that is being torn down by many people nowadays. Smart people aren't smart. Successful people aren't smart. They're not. And they're certainly not smarter than you. In fact, in many ways, they're much less smarter, much less educated. They have key qualities about themselves that makes them successful. Whereas the average person, smart, educated, successful, college degree, certificate, friend. You got them certificates. And you think, oh, I got my certificate. And then your boss, the king boss man, that's at the highest echelons of bossness, that owns the whole thing, he didn't even bother with all that. He didn't bother with it. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Successful people, rich people, aren't necessarily the smartest. And we need to start emulating some of that in order for us to be successful too. Now, back to my script. Smart people overthink and seek external validation. That's number 2. Smart people only believe themselves worthy when they have external proof. It takes A's, B's, certificates, and job titles for them to feel worthy. Smart people will be risk averse, while dumb people will take risk, thinking they are going to succeed regardless because they are special. Thing is, if you don't try, you can't win. That's why the only ones that succeed are delusional and somewhat dumb people. Truer words have never been said as these. Smart people think their way out of success. I should know because I spent the better part of a decade doing it to myself. I find it very interesting, the mind of highly successful, highly rich people. How they think is so drastically different from the rest of us. And we call them pioneers. But oftentimes they're not pioneers. They're just regular people that just thought differently from the rest of us, thought drastically differently, had a different mindset, had a different work ethic, worked smarter, and didn't follow the rules of the system that is in place to keep everyone employed, to keep a stable supply of workers. They didn't follow the system. They didn't follow the traditional rules, the traditional path. And when you do that, you're criticized. You're criticized, you're mocked, you're said, why are you doing that? You are stupid. Why is you being so stupid? You doing that? Following this path. The hell? The hell wrong with you, right? Yet, multiple successful people, they continue on with the path. They come from these humble beginnings. And we think they have some special X factor that we can't touch, that we can't mold into ourselves. When really, they're not much special than the rest of us. They're just people. We need to take them off their pedestal and treat them as just people. People that have a mindset that we can emulate, that we can align ourselves with. Smart people have a tendency to see all the issues in every little thing that might keep you from success, every little thing that might keep you from the dreams that you hope to achieve. You see every pitfall. And then by seeing these pitfalls, you strategize naturally ways to avoid it. Or you say to yourself, yeah, that's too risky. I won't be doing that. It's too much. I have these responsibilities. I'm a smart person. I have these responsibilities. Whereas people that are successful, they often overestimate their own abilities, their own accomplishments. A great trait of Trump's as well, but this is not exclusively a trait of Trump. It's a trait that many successful people have, where they think very highly of themselves and very confidently of themselves. They don't need A's and B's to think that they're worthy of wealth. And indeed, since so many of them didn't even graduate college, since so many of them become rich, so many people becoming rich at 19, 18, 17, they just get younger and younger all the time, don't they? They leave you in the dust because they're playing a different game, the non-traditional game, the one where you're criticized in the beginning. Then once you succeed, oh, you're a revolutionary. You're a revolutionary success. You've changed the rules of the game. But while you're down in the trenches, people don't see the vision that you have until after you've succeeded, after you've managed to accomplish it. So they ridicule, they downplay, and they think you're a fool. It's easier to do that than to think, what can I do so that I can take that path too? Because I want to be courageous too. But instead of thinking that, it's easier to pull them down. But then after they become a success, the most innovative Mark Zuckerberg, the most innovative Jeff Bezos. Oh, the SpaceX's with what the hell that dude name is? The richest person ever with the white man with the 12 kids. He's just so powerful and wonderful, powerful Elon Musk people with a lot of musks. You can smell the musk. And he did it because he's a special snowflake. But you didn't see all the times when he wasn't a special snowflake. We glossed over that part. Number 3. It's my self-doubt calling. Okay? Hello?
This is your doubt.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm going to be starting my own business and work for myself for a change.
You know that most businesses fail. You're smarter than this.
Not mine, though. I can do this.
You won't be making money for God knows how long. you'll be working for free. The competition is huge. The market is oversaturated. You can't even afford yourself, let alone a business. And you think you're a special snowflake?
I mean, when you say it like that.
In this economy, you're lucky to even have a job. You too smart to be this stupid.
I just want to prove that I can be successful too.
Your dream's about as out of date as that iPhone 12 you holding. Next time you talk to me about this nonsense, I'ma smack your buck teeth back into position.
Number 3, many successful people lack traditional intelligence. I use the term dumb here liberally, not literally. These people aren't necessarily dumb, they just aren't as smart as you. Smart in the traditional sense. Consider that all rich people that didn't go to college. All those rich people that don't have those beautiful job titles. They're everywhere. From the Kardashians, OnlyFans stars, influencers, businessmen, and entertainers. There's Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, and Mr. Beast, all who dropped out of college. These people aren't special snowflakes. We see countless examples of them. Countless examples of successful people through non-traditional means. Yet, we are too smart and we talk our way out of it. It couldn't be me. As we begin to think of every single way going for a big goal like that could fail. So the fact is, we aren't delusional enough. And success demands self-belief, an unreasonable, delusional self-belief. And if there's one thing a smart person isn't, it is delusional and unreasonable. I mean, I know I'm not delusional and unreasonable, but that's the problem. Successful people believe in themselves so strongly to the point of delusion, without proof. Imagine for a second, you working on a business for a whole year and nothing works, and you're not getting paid, and you're putting in full-time effort into it, and nothing you do is working. And you're not profitable, so you're practically working for free. People will look you upside the head and think you're crazy, that you're absolutely insane. And what do you think? It'll work. That's delusion. Thinking that it will work despite not having any evidence to support that it will work. Thinking that it'll be successful despite having no evidence to suggest that it will be successful. Continuing on when any logical, reasonable person would have quit a long time ago and would have just stayed in their job, getting their safe, reliable paycheck. All the while knowing that their check ain't checking like it used to check. I like saying that. The check ain't checking like it used to check. It used to check way more back in your grandmother's and grandfather's generation. Now, it ain't checking like that no more with the checks. Now the check ain't checked. Hold on. The check ain't checking like it used to check with the check. But guess what? It's still a check, which is better than no check, because you need to eat. You need to take care of yourself. And you need to buy them Louis Vuittons, and them Michael Kors, and them lace fronts, and them Remy Martins, and that Don Julio, that Julio. When you're starting to feel it all coming down all around you. So you buy that Cavassier. But there is power in delusion, which is the point I'm making. There's power in having such self-belief that you know that you will succeed if you keep going, keep trying, keep getting better all the time. That eventually you will make it to the other side. It's so funny how we're willing to accept college degrees that take 4 years, master's degrees that take 6, doctorate degrees that take 8 years. And so many of these degrees don't guarantee careers. They can't guarantee careers. We don't go into a car lot and say, well, there's a 40% chance that this car will be a lemon. You wouldn't buy the car. If we go to college, what are the odds of that? 20%, 15%, 40%, 50% chance, up to 50%, maybe more, depending on the degree that you chose, that you won't get a job, or that it'll take you a long time to get a job. And yet we pay far more than we would ever pay for a car to get the degree, and it takes significantly longer. That's a risk, and yet we just all accept it. Yet a business being unprofitable for about a year or two, oh no, that's too much. And being unpaid, oh no, 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 no. I need to go to college and goof off like a regular average person with the goofiness ofteness, in Harvard law schools, with the liquor parties, with the sophisticated peoples. Okay, with my degree that may or may not be worth a damn in like when I graduate. If I graduate. And people starting to wake up. But not many people, no matter how many people wake up, not many people have the balls and the courage and the ability, friend, to go out there and start something like that. Knowing that for a long time, their work won't amount to anything until it does. And then when it does, it really does. And then you become the next Mark Zuckerberg with red hair and freckles. And then you think to myself, dang, I'm such a nice red-headed freckled billionaire with privacy policies that don't make sense. I really made it in this life. If this video has given you value, please remember to like and subscribe. Also, tell me about what you think about the wealthy, about the rich, and how to generate wealth. Tell me about it all in the comments down below. What do you think it takes to generate wealth? What do you think about the suggestions I'm making to widen your horizons? Tell me about it in the comments. Also, remember to stick around to the end of the video, whereas I give you ways to incorporate this strategy that the wealthy uses to make money just like the rich do. Number 4, intelligence can be an asset or a liability. Intelligence is a good thing, but it can also be a liability. There's a reason why people with a doctorate degree work for people who didn't even go to college in the first place, people who didn't even graduate college in the first place. So how do we get intelligence to work for us rather than against us? Bringing to our attention the fact that intelligence can be both an asset and liability is important. That's one way to go about it. But the key solution here is to incorporate the qualities of the dumb and the delusional people. You must know when to be dumb and unreasonable and delusional, and when to be intelligent and cautious. If being intelligent does not benefit you, if your intelligence does not benefit you, then leave it at the door. You can always turn it back on some other time. And that's the key here. If intelligence can be a liability by making you see all the red flags and all the problems and all the issue and all the risk, then we can counteract that by simply turning it down a few notches. Intelligence, if it doesn't benefit you, then what's the point of having intelligence? So that everyone else can say, oh, look at how smart he is. He got all them certificates and degrees. Would you rather have all them certificates and degrees, or would you rather be a successful person? If this even gives you a bit of an edge on becoming successful, and I really believe it will, then leave it at the door. Turn it off. You could choose when to turn the intelligence off and on. So turn the smart people brain off for a second. Stop looking at the risk. Stop looking at the risk-adjusted returns, at the diminishing returns, at the opportunity costs, and then factoring in all of the risk assessments, and whether or not you're gambling or not, and whether or not you have the time. Turn it all off, and instead think, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm dumb. I don't know what's going to happen. But I believe in myself, and I believe it will happen for me. So I'm going to keep going for it until it does. That's the mindset shift. But here's the thing. You have to keep that mindset shift for God knows how long. You have to be in it for the long haul. It's easy to keep it for a little while. But Alex Hormozy said this. The work begins when your motivation ends. When you're feeling unmotivated, and the only thing keeping you afloat is your discipline, the only thing left for you is to endure. And the one that can endure the longest, that's the one who wins. That's how the game is played. I understand that all these claims can be rather alarming, and I get it. They're big, big claims, but I want to expand your horizons, expand your mind a bit here. So I'm gonna need you to not listen to the little voice inside your head.
Little voice inside your head. So you just want to be stupid. That shouldn't be hard for you, considering you already is stupid. You see all the shit I have to deal with being inside this man's head? Talking about if you want to be rich, be stupid. Did you forget there's plenty of poor, stupid people too? Oh, turn the smart off. You can turn it back on later. Don't flatter yourself, my boy. That was never on in the first place. But I get it. You spitting facts. Richard Branson and Larry Edison are billionaires, and they both dropped out of school. And I'll be damned if Kim Kardashian is smarter than the average master's degree. Oh, this is life-changing information, you say as you lay down scrolling through your phone and waiting for the weekend. Like a normal person, like the average person, like what your black ass is. Let's be real. Kim got smart, not in getting a job, but in making money. She got smart in the grind, the same grind that will eat you up and spit you out. They playing a different game, and it's called the money game, and it ain't for the weak. So you best stop worrying about these things and focus on getting your ass up tomorrow for that job. Cause Lord knows your check tighter than the Wi-Fi at a Motel 6. That's right.
I think that we ought to sail forward smoothly, just sail on to the next tip. Can y'all still see me? No, you can't see. You can't see the next tip neither. Number 5, the takeaway for success. Intellect is optional. Success requires balance, knowing when to be intelligent and when to be delusionally confident. Intelligence becomes a liability when it blocks action, and a strength when it's guided by an unreasonable belief, risk-taking, and consistency. The truly successful are those who can switch between the two, using intelligence strategically while maintaining an almost irrational self-belief and a relentless consistency toward their goals. Emphasis on consistency, because consistency is a top trait of those that are successful. I think one of the top traits of being wealthy, of being successful, of being rich is, you can call it many things: grit, consistency, discipline, motivation, the ability to never give up, the ability to keep going. I would say it is determination. Determination. But no. In fact, I would say that it is the ability to endure. To endure and keep going. And you combine that endurance with the ability to believe in yourself and in your capabilities, with an overwhelming self-belief and confidence. You endure, you keep going. And I think that you have a great chance of success, true success. And that's what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. Even if no one's watching. If you have consistency, delusional self-belief, and a good work ethic, aimed in a smart direction towards your dreams and goals, along with the ability to take risks, that is how you become successful. Success is measured in the unshakable self-belief that you have in yourself that you can do it, that you will do it, that you keep going until you do it. The ability to know that the song does not outvalue the singer. The ability to have faith that one day you will be seen and valued. But first, you must value yourself. Hello, YouTube. I'm Trenzel, and I make self-growth content because I believe that becoming your authentic, ideal self is a life goal worth pursuing. And if you like this video, check out one of these. There's a video right here and a video right here, and they're sexy videos. They're beautiful videos. You definitely want to click, listen. You want to click on those videos. You. Ha! Ta! Bye!